Hello, everybody. My name is Sayan Kadeh, and I will be telling you a little bit more about Trustroot. We are a decentralized business identity and reputation platform. For the past couple of days, you've been hearing about all these amazing opportunities opening up by new businesses adopting blockchain as a driving force, or existing businesses coming onto the blockchain and delivering value for their shareholders, their customers, their partners. And that's great to hear, and it's amazing to be sitting in a front seat row and watching this evolution happen. But if you think about all these businesses, they have some fundamental operations that every single one of them has to perform. They all need to prove to their customers, to their partners, who they are. They need to represent their own identity. They need to present a business reputation, how they have done by their previous customers, their previous partners and vendors. And if they're seeking financing, they need to represent some sort of business credit about how they have performed against their past obligations. These are things that every single business, whether on blockchain or not, has to perform on a daily basis in order to participate in the economy. On this slide, I have some of the names that perform these functions for most businesses today. If you want to represent yourself digitally and identify yourself as a business, you maybe go and get an extended verification SSL cert that shows your business name so that when your customers come to your website, they know they came to the right place. If there is a complaint against you, it might be filed on Better Business Bureau, where you go and you try to resolve it. Or if you're getting a loan or you're fulfilling a large purchase order, your supplier, your vendor, your partner might be checking your business credit profile on someplace like a Dun & Bradstreet. These companies are basically, that you see here, are the manifestation of a centralized way of achieving this outcome, right? These are really the byproducts of the Industrial Revolution, when these massive companies came about and allowed us to perform these functions for every business. And when we went through the digital revolution, the only thing we did was take these original businesses and make them available online. But we didn't touch the centralized fashion that they were set up. But human history has shown us, whenever you have so much power in the hands of few in a centralized manner, the way that we have it for these functions, the human nature and the profit-seeking nature of it takes over, and it ends up being a situation where a select few are taking advantage of the others that they're serving, right? A lot of these businesses have turned into a situation where you say, you either pay up as much as I think I can extract from you, or you're going to look bad, and your business is going to look bad. This is how, for example, a company like Comcast, which I think almost every customer of them hates them in some fashion, gets an A+ rating from Better Business Bureau, right? They pay up. That's really how it works. Or in Dun & Bradstreet, they force you to pay them in order to even have a basic profile. And otherwise, they show a negative picture of your business to your suppliers to kind of force you to do that. The situation is even more dire if you're looking at the new economy that we're building here, right? Identity is a major, major problem, business identity specifically, in the crypto space. All crypto projects have done a good job of focusing on consumer identity, right? Doing KYC, making sure the people who are contributing to your project are representing themselves accurately. Well, what about the business's responsibility to represent themselves accurately to the community? This is why we have scams, hacked accounts, phishing attacks, and Ernst & Young reported last year over 10% of cryptocurrency that was contributed to different projects was stolen fraudulently. Why? Because we couldn't represent the businesses more effectively and in a trustworthy manner. And it's nobody's fault. I mean, these businesses, most of them are very young with little history. The names are super creative. I can put 5 random names up here, and you would think, I can believe that one is a crypto project or not. The URLs are very creative. It's really hard to know which one is accurate and which one is not. So the consumer, the end user, really doesn't have any tools to validate this information for themselves. What we are doing with Trustroot is really building a decentralized picture of this proposition that I showed you. We are working on building a business profile for every business out there and doing it in a decentralized manner. What constitutes this business profile? The identity of the business, who they are, if they're a crypto business, the wallets that they have outside facing, so when I contribute to you, I know that wallet belongs to you, and you've certified that belonging to you. The reputation, your customer reviews, complaints, how they have been resolved, your credit history, especially if you're doing financial transactions. And the fourth one is also important, credentialing. If you're in a business that requires to have certain credentialing like SOC 2 or HIPAA compliance, this becomes something that you can attach to your business profile and facilitate doing transaction in the new economy. The beauty of this business profile is that it's immutable, it's transparent. No single company can say, I'm going to hide the good stuff about you until you pay up. It's done in a cost-efficient manner, and more importantly, it's actually validatable programmatically, right? One of the beauties of what we're doing with blockchain technology is you don't need to go read multiple documents and find a footnote in one document that says you have HIPAA compliance. If it's written to a blockchain and you can validate it programmatically, the efficiencies that you can build around that with tool sets are boundless. We started from the first pillar of that business profile, the identity, because it was such a big pain point for the ecosystem in the crypto community. So with a Trustroot certification, you basically verify and vouch for the legal entity that represents your business. And if you have outward-facing wallets that you want to certify and associate with your business, you bind them to your certificate. This helps you reduce scams and attacks and hacks on your company. It protects your company's reputation, and it increases customer trust so that they know you have been certified and gone through this process. Any good project that we have gone to with that proposition has signed up really willingly to be certified by our business. You might recognize some of these logos down here. We have signed up many more businesses that basically have become Trustroot certified and have put their identity on the blockchain for any of their customers to easily validate and make sure they're transacting with the right company. The next three pillars of the business profile that I talked to are going to be the reputation piece, where it allows the businesses and their customers and partners to have a trusted and immutable resource to serve all this information about how they have done by their previous customers or their partners. The credit profile is an open source business credit profile that's built around transactions that have been submitted by vendors, partners, and third-party data providers, really. And credentialing, like I mentioned, things like HIPAA, ISO, SOC 2. This one is actually very interesting. If you've done any type of business transaction in the enterprise world, and you need to have one of these, it actually slows down the value generation in the economy, right? Even in the pre-sale process, you need to have the enterprise send a team of 10 people to come and read through your processes. Imagine that every customer has to go through the same redundant process over and over. Imagine if you could do that once, have a reputed third party write that to the blockchain, and every subsequent sales call that you had could go months faster because they can verify it without having to go through that process themselves, and also gain efficiencies by saving that money they're going to pay these consultants to come and verify the same document over and over. The token economics is really what allows us to align the incentives of all the different parties in this ecosystem. And it really hinges on what we call these trusted reviewers who stake their own tokens to stand by the verification that they would do. And in return for that, they're allowed to verify different things from a business's identity to reputation to credentials or credit and write that attestation to the blockchain and get rewarded for that attestation to be accessed. So it allows these people to really be aligned, but also you can have many, many of these. So it's not one central organization that's driving the price setting and gouging on the process for the whole ecosystem. The protocol is straightforward in concept, right? I talked about the trusted reviewers stake their tokens so that they can write these attestations about these different elements of a business into the Trustroot blockchain. A business would submit information, proof of identity, credit information, things of that nature for these trusted reviewers to review and validate. And upon approval, they can write that to the Trustroot blockchain. And a customer, consumer, partner, supplier can read the chain automatically and programmatically to verify this information and be able to act on it effectively. Like I said, we started from the crypto community. Obviously, they have got the virus already, so we don't need to preach to the choir there. They're open to the concept of leveraging blockchain for this type of activity. And we started from identity because it was such a big pain point. And by the way, any of the projects here that haven't been certified by us, please reach out to us or come and grab me afterwards. We would love to make sure that you're certified so that your customers are safe as well. We're going to drive that on top by releasing the reputation piece of the platform, which is going to allow us to go actually into adjacent businesses that are traditional businesses, not just blockchain businesses, and ultimately layer on top the credit profile, as I mentioned before. We have an amazing team to be able to accomplish this. I've done multiple companies before this, raised over 60 million in venture capital, and have awards from Wall Street Journal and Inc. magazine. My co-founder, who happens to be in Russia right now enjoying the World Cup, has also started a company and sold it previously. He was in healthcare analytics space and was awarded Most Innovative Company by Harvard Medical School. And we have had an amazing group of advisors that are supporting us in this mission. You might recognize some of the faces here that have been really kind to us, helping us execute on this vision and plan it forward. We are going to do a public token sale in September this year. Right now, we're in a pre-sale process, so if you have any interest, please grab me after this. And again, if you're a crypto project, definitely connect with me so that we can make sure your business is certified and is standing in good grounds. Thank you very much.